Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Sovik. So, last recording, we reached level 50. We've now gone back to Orgrimmar and we have got requests, an urgent request. Champion, a matter of great urgency has arisen, one that requires your immediate attention. Due to the sensitive nature of recent events, I must withhold further details until we can speak in person. There is much to discuss. Regent Lord Lothario Theron awaits your arrival in Orgrimmar. So request objective, we need to report to that said dude, Theron, atop the Grommash hold in Orgrimmar. We have no choice, we have to accept that quest. Now, so this is the start of the Scourge, the new Scourge invasion pre-patch, sort of 2-week event, which has been going on my realm now for probably about 3 or 4 days. But we've only just got to level 50, so there's not much we can do about it. And this is where the guy we need to see. Now you have to be careful how you actually get dismounted. So fly in, come and see him, and urgent request. It's been some time since I last stood here staring into the distance. How could this have happened? I'm afraid I have difficult news to share with you, Sovik. Oh indeed, what's that? Cause for
What I'm about to share will be revealed to
Okay,
others.
there was a quest, and now he's wandering over to one side.
Your discretion is of the utmost importance. I greet you on behalf of
Cause for distraction. The Horde has come under siege, Sovik. The undead Scourge rises like a grim tide. In numbers not seen since Arthur's Menethil sat upon the frozen throne, the Lich King. And as that was not concerning enough, something terrible has occurred. What I'm about to tell you I share in the strictest confidence. This information will be known by all soon enough, but I needed to speak with you directly first. Allowing me to explain. Well, of course, we are the speaker and champion of the Horde. You know, all the mining we've done in, you know, Vol'dun and the Duskwallow Marsh exploits. I'm not surprised he's looked to speak with us, so let's speak with him again.
The light of the Sunwell be with you.
The council we have assembled to lead the Horde is still in its infancy. Sylvanas knows this. The abduction was intended to undermine our council's stability, but we will not let her succeed. What happens?
We are a nation on the rise.
Seize this power for herself. Instead, she has done the unthinkable. Now, she will come for them all. To finish what she started. And break all who opposed her. Azeroth together will be in her sights.
Well, there we be. Okay, that's an interesting cinematic.
I proudly serve
Though we must search for Thrall and Bane, we cannot neglect the protection of our citizens and allies in the process. As such, I've enlisted the aid of those who are experienced in dealing with the Scourge. Return of the Crusade. I've witnessed the relentless advance of the Scourge firsthand. It's only a matter of time before they swarm our gates. The fact that befell Silvermoon must never be repeated. Death Knights from the Ebon Blade have stepped forward to combat the threat, but even they will need reinforcements. The Argent Crusade has answered the call once more. I ask that you aid them in keeping our people safe, Sovik. Their commander awaits your arrival. So the quest objective is we need to speak with Commander Frog in the Valley of Strength in Orgrimmar, which is handy.
Though I despise her
okay,
actions,
so mount up.
I
You
cannot
literally
deny
just
that
jump onto this bit,
Sylvanas
and then you
Windrunner is a
can
master
get back into your
tactician.
fly mount.
The Scourge
The
attacks
guy
and
we need to
abductions
speak
must
to
be
is
part of a
just
larger
down
strategy.
here.
The Alliance is every bit as wounded as the
We've
Bull.
established camps
King
throughout the
Rin
area
and
to keep a
Lady
watchful
Proudmoore
eye on
were
Scourge's movements.
They also came to
Return
Duranda
of the
Whispers,
Crusade.
but she
Commander Frog Grunt. You must
neutralized
be
her
the one.
attackers.
Let's complete the quest.
Really?
We cannot anticipate where and when the Scourge will strike. In order to mount a defence, the Argent Crusade has set up outposts at several key locations, but we have yet to receive word from them. Seek out my field officers along the southern road. I expect a full report when you return. So, quest objective, gather reports from officers in Durotar and the Barrens.
The Argent Crusade has rallied to answer the call. They stand ready to drive back the Scourge from our lands.
So, this is our direction we need to go. So the first officer is down here, about 300 yards away. Just here. This is Crusader Thalius. We must not falter against the Scourge. Commander Frog sends me to gather reports on the Scourge activity. Any news? Though skirmishes with the Scourge have left us unsettled, our Crusaders remain steadfast and vigilant.
Remember the Sunwell. A new Belore de la Nana.
Oh, couldn't even read it. He decided he was bored with our conversation and disappeared. Okay, so the second one is further down here. It's about 800 yards. Clearly we haven't unlocked the faster flying as yet, so we're going to be a little bit slower than that guy up ahead of us. I think we are definitely going to have to do that before we head out to Ice Crown and Eastern Kingdoms. Okay, so back to Razor Hill, which was where we were as a very young, inexperienced orc as we set up on our travels. Well, they look like Scourge, bloodthirsty ghouls. Wolf Rider Kaz snarls, what do you want? The Scourge already here? We've been under attack since we arrived. If we don't purge the outpost of rotting flesh soon, we'll be overrun. So we say farewell to him. And the third one is over in this direction, about 1,000 yards over in the Barrens. And the one we're looking for here is called Wolf Rider Mogra Far Watch Post, which literally is just across into the Barrens itself. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to speed him up. It's almost like walking pace, this is. Okay, and there he is. He's got some sort of zealous dude fighting him. Let's go and kill him off, or her off. Okay, so Wolf Rider Mogra. I dispatch our riders to Orgrimmar and you're the only reinforcements we get. Where's the rest of the pack? Riders, there haven't been any reports from the field. Commander Frog sent me to gather information. Wanders off again. If they're stopped, our riders take this. Our allies must hear of these attacks.
Fight well, friend.
So we now need to report our findings to Lieutenant or Lieutenant Alfira at the crossroads. Now, the crossroads isn't too far away. I can't see the yellow diamond on here though. Oh, there it is up here. So about another 1,000 yards to get to the crossroads. It's not a great deal of sign of zombies. Obviously, just a few Scourge around where these guys are, but there's no sort of zombies from what I can see, you know, kicking around in the rest of the wider world. Although, saying that, there's a frostworm flying right above crossroads, so I take that back. Okay, so let's go and hand this in. Lieutenant
Victory
Alfiera.
lies ahead.
So we've got the documents. Field reports. The situation appears far more dire than we thought. Commander Frog must hear of this. Damned intruders. It is imperative that these reports reach Commander Frog, but we are hard pressed to defend the crossroads. Before you depart, I ask that you aid us in thinning the Scourge's numbers. It may grant us the reprieve we need. So we need to kill 6 cultists and 4 bloodthirsty ghouls at the crossroads.
Keep your wits about you.
gold. Okay, so when I did this beforehand, it really was quite difficult because everyone was killing everybody and there really wasn't a great deal of opportunity for one of these. So it's a case of just kind of tagging these guys because everybody else is killing them anyway. So all I'm doing on this, just to make things a bit more speedier, is hitting them once and then looking for the next one. That's quite unfortunate. How did you stun us with that? That must have been that frostworm. Okay, so that's 6 of 6 cultists, so we just need the 4 bloodthirsty ghouls. And that looks like a ghoul over there. So let's nab him. Again, so many people obviously looking to try and do these at the same time. Let's tag him. Tag that one. Let's get him. Okay, I think we've tagged enough of these guys now. And we have. So that's 4 of 4 bloodthirsty ghouls as well. So let's go and hand this one in.
What business have you?
Damned intruders. You have my thanks, Warlock. It will take all of our might to vanquish the Scourge. We get 23 gold for that. Deliver these reports to Commander Frog. He must be told of the full extent of the threat we face. If we fail to hold the line against the Scourge, then the light will help us all. To bring Lieutenant Alfiera's report to Commander Frog in the Valley of Strength in Orgrimmar.
Death
So
to all
exactly
who
where we're
oppose
starting
us.
from. Now our Hearthstone is not done yet, so we need to get ourselves back. I think it might be quicker if we flew back there. Which is what we're going to do. What we would do if we weren't stunned by that frostworm. I think after we go and hand these reports in, we are going to have to go and buy our faster flying. Our flying at the moment, we haven't changed since we were in Zordazar, and our flying is at, well, expert riding, so I think that's what, 150 perhaps, so we need to bump that up and grab the master riding. Now we are actually as well getting reputation with the Argent Crusade from doing this. Now my Warlock has never set foot, as you most of you who watch this will be aware, has never set foot in Northrend. So he has got absolutely 0 rep with those guys at the moment. Where does that come into? There we go, Wrath of the Lich King, Argent Crusade. So he's now on 156 of 3000. With all the others you can see, he's still on 0. So I think it was quicker getting the flight path and flying ourselves. And in fact, this is actually going to take us right next to the flying guy, isn't it? It's actually, we can just learn the flying from the flying trainer before we fly down. Not that we've got a problem with gold. We've got just shy of $250,000 at the moment. I think it's about 5,000. What's this we've got here? Oh, that's the field report. Okay, so back into Orgrimmar. Again, I'm doing this like 3 or 4 days into the event. As far as I can see, why is he still frozen for us? As far as I can see, I've not seen any zombies in Orgrimmar so far. Okay, so let's learn expert riding, which costs us 4,250. We get the achievement as well, and there we go. That's much better. Okay, back down to Commander Frog. Return of a Scourge. I will pass this report on to the Regent Lord. I fear this is only going to be the beginning. Word has come from the Ice Crown. The darkness stirs and your strength is needed. So let's complete the quest. A message from Ice Crown. Our forces in Northrend have just sent word. Justicar Trueheart requests our immediate assistance. We must respond to this summons at once, no matter what terrors awaits us in Ice Crown. A warlock like you would do much to bolster our chances on the battlefield. You have my word that Orgrimmar will be protected in your absence. Battle call, Sovik. I trust you are ready. Well, our gear is a little bit weak, but we're good as we can be. So we need to report to Justicar Mariel Trueheart at the Argent Tournament grounds in Ice Crown, which we accept. We also have another quest here from this young Hope messenger. The Banshee's champion. The messenger appears visibly shaken. Word has reached us of, well, I'm not quite sure how to put it, but Blightcaller has been found. Horde forces have been scouring Azeroth for any sign of him, determined to make him answer for his crimes. One of our Argent patrols has found him, not hiding in some distant land, just waiting at his old homestead. We have him surrounded, but I confess I don't like our odds. Perhaps you could gather your allies and bring him to justice. Well, we've got Voidwalker and we've got our Murgle the Murloc, so that's pretty much all we need. So we need to confront Nathanos Blightcaller at Marisstead in Eastern Plaguelands for 70 gold and 5 Argent commendations. So let's accept that as well. Okay, so the quickest way to get to the Plaguelands, Eastern Plaguelands, is going to be up here. And then we need to take the portal to Undercity, which is just here. Now this is the second time we've been in Eastern Kingdoms. The first time was to do the Stormwind extraction quest in preparation to get you into Battle for Azeroth. And this is the second time. So, hence the reason why Undercity looks exactly how it should. Now, can we get a flying path as close as we need to? I have to remember how to cut through. And there's the Flight Master, or Back Handler. Now we need to get to, well, we can't fly anywhere because we haven't been anywhere. The only place we could go up to is be right up here, which is not very good at all, so we need to find our own way out. Come back through this way, and if I remember rightly, we need to kind of go through the sewers. So through here, it's up through this bit. Not quite. It's the next one along. I think it's this one. Not that I've been here in a long time. Yep, that looks good. There's someone ahead of us, probably heading exactly the same direction I am. Okay. Welcome to Eastern Kingdoms. Okay, so how far is it we need to go? Not too far. just a few minutes. Now, I've done this Nephanos Blightcall at once. So I've done it on my sort of main character on my EU account, one I kind of just play by myself. And I got a level 115 weapon for my shaman on that. And I think all the weapons, all the gear he drops is level 115. Now, I don't know whether it's 100% guaranteed that you'll get a piece of gear, and I don't know whether it's 100% guaranteed if you get a piece of gear it's going to be a weapon. However, from seeing things on Twitter and what people have reported, everyone I've seen so far has got a level 115 weapon. Now, for Sovik, it's a little bit tricky because he could either use a two-handed staff, which would be fantastic, that would be the gold star solution, or I could end up with a wand, a one-handed wand, or I can end up with a one-handed, a 115 offhand. So it's a little bit of a tricky one. Hopefully we get the staff, a two-handed weapon, because that just means we don't need to worry about it anymore. If we don't, and we end up getting a wand or an offhand, we'd obviously need to look to get something to go with it. Now, saying that, the wand or the offhand, just by themselves, would probably be better than this two-handed staff, so we'd have to have a look. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll go there and get a two-handed staff to replace this one, which is a very modest item level 51, and all our gear, in fact, is very modest. So when we go up to Ice Crown, you'll see that most of it is on the all of this will be replaced. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get one, and also hopefully because I'm recording this on a Friday, so people have been killing him since Tuesday on the NA servers. I'm still going to find a good sized group to actually kill him with.
Seeking retribution for all the
Okay, there's plenty of corpses.
Things I've done, I suppose. How frightful.
And there he is.
Predictable.
So let's see if we can find a group.
I have been waiting a long time for this.
Okay, so we finally got there. Okay, so to get to Nephanos, I ended up having to join a group after searching for a group on for a short period of time. Got killed twice by Nephanos because obviously we're very weak, we've got hardly any health, etc. But we kind of got there in the end, and this is the cinematic that goes along with it. Now, hopefully, by the time we respawn, we're not going to be dead again. In fact, let's skip the cinematic, so we're definitely not dead. If you want to watch a cinematic, it's on the internet. And we have got an Apothecary spell staff, which is fantastic, exactly what we want. It's a two-handed heroic staff. It's got plenty of stamina, critical strike, and haste, and is 88% better than our wooden broom that we've got at the moment, which is awesome. So let's equip that. Let's tick this over there, because we'll throw that probably through the scrapper in case we get any expulsum. And that is it. So let's leave this group. So that's basically it in terms of the storyline up to and killing Nephanos. What I'm going to do in the next recording is I'm going to get myself to Ice Crown, and we'll start doing some of the quests there, and then look at maybe killing one of the rares and showing you quite how the rotation works. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, goodbye.